The list of items you can and can't bring through TSA can be confusing. Is yogurt a liquid or a solid, thus counting towards the TSA's 3.4 ounce liquid limit rule? Do I need to take my watch off before I go through the security scanner? I'm Sally French, a travel expert at NerdWallet, and I agree that rules can often be pretty confusing. That's why I'm here to dig into the often murky realm of carry-on luggage. In this video, we'll discuss the tricky terrain of TSA regulations and then dig into airline-specific quirks. But first, let's spell out what the TSA laws are. Liquids, gels, and aerosols, the bane of our packing existence, must adhere to the sacred 311 liquid rule. That means that each passenger may only carry liquids, gels, and aerosols in travel-sized containers that are 3.4 ounces or 100 milliliters or smaller. From there, each passenger is limited to one quart-sized bag of liquids, gels, and aerosols. If you've got stuff larger than that, you'll have to put it in checked baggage. Let's say you bought a nice bottle of champagne during your trip. You'll definitely need a checked bag if you want to take this guy home. The rule gets more annoying when you have smaller toiletries that you want to pack with you and pack back without checking luggage. Purchasing specific travel-size versions of toiletries like toothpaste and shampoo can help you avoid problems at security. Now, if you're staying at a hotel, it also doesn't hurt to ask the front desk to see if they have these items so you don't have to pack your own bottle of lotion, period. Now it's time to talk about food. I love packing items like nuts and protein bars from home so I can save money on food expenses when traveling. As far as solid food goes, you can pack whatever you want. But while you can, that doesn't necessarily mean you should. Be thoughtful before opening that tuna sandwich on the plane. For foods that aren't overtly liquid though, like beverages, but that are still not entirely solid, it's confusing. I'm talking about foods like hummus and yogurt. The TSA website lists all sorts of common items with a yay or nay as to whether they're cleared to go in carry-on baggage. Common foods that will likely be flagged and should go in your checked baggage though are creamy cheeses, chocolate in liquid form like a chocolate syrup, gravy, honey, jams, jellies, hummus, oils, peanut butter, and salsa. If you do need these things, like you got them as an awesome souvenir, just carry them in packs smaller than 3.4 ounces. For example, this tiny pack of peanut butter is a-okay. Here is another bizarre one. You can bring ice through, but only if the ice or the ice packs are completely frozen when brought through security. If they're partially melted and they have any liquid at the bottom of the container, they will not be permitted. Okay, now it's time to discuss electronics. Most electronics are welcome, including laptops, tablets, e-readers, and cameras. If you have TSA PreCheck, you generally don't even need to remove these things from their bag, which is one of the many reasons why I love having TSA PreCheck. Having to stuff my laptop back into a crowded bag already is annoying. And by the way, you don't necessarily need to pay for TSA PreCheck, which has a non-trivial application fee. Many travel credit cards actually cover the cost of your TSA PreCheck application fee as a benefit when you pay with that credit card. Check out nerdwallet.com for a list of those credit cards with this incredible benefit. Then consider other items like portable power banks or drones that contain lithium batteries. As it turns out, often lithium batteries as well as fuel cells and components of certain parachute systems are prohibited in checked baggage. That means that you can only bring these things through carry-on. Now, if you are traveling with one of these things, check with your airline as some also have specific wattage restrictions. Now, that brings me to airlines. Beyond the TSA rules, each airline has its own additional rules around what you can and can't bring through carry-on. Airlines also have their own set of carry-on dimensions. With certain basic economy fares or with some budget airlines, you can't even bring a carry-on at all, only a single personal item that fits under your seat. So with that, know the rules. When purchasing your flight, you'll generally be able to see your carry-on and personal item limits. And to clarify, a personal item is typically a small backpack, purse, briefcase, diaper bag, or camera bag that fits underneath the seat in front of you. A carry-on is considered anything from a large backpack to a small rolling suitcase that you typically put in the overhead bins. Now, you might be wondering about checking items that are obscure sizes, things like skis. Most airlines allow you to check a ski or snowboard as a normal size bag, but also be aware of potential excess weight charges. Again, this varies by airline, but it typically kicks in for bags that weigh more than 50 pounds. Now, I try to travel carry-on only. Not only do I save money on bag fees, but skipping the bag check counter just means one less line I have to wait in. Plus, there's no waiting at the baggage carousel post-flight. Just be aware of what you're packing. It can be tempting to want to return home with a jar of huckleberry jam on a trip to Yellowstone or a bottle of wine from your trip to Napa. Just know the limits, as you don't want to have to hand over your prized souvenir to the TSA agent. My fellow nerdy travelers, what items have you been surprised to learn can't go in your carry-on bag? Leave a comment below and help everyone else out. And by the way, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe.